Hey guys, Bragging Rights Precision Reloading. Just finished up with my 400 round test plus the 8 round bonus for function on my Sig Sauer 9mm, testing the 2A. Now we're about to do my Walther test. It's Walther P22. I've had this gun since I think about 04, somewhere in that area. It's all been tore down. Everything got put through the sonic cleaner. Stripped it of all the oils that it's had on it in the past. It's all lubed up with the PolyDyn 2A gun oil, all polymer based. Gonna be shooting the Federal Target Grade Performance 22 long rifle. 325 round boxes, 3 boxes, so 975 rounds. And we're gonna be doing a full function test. Let's get her done. Walther P22 2A gun oil. Beginning the test of the 975 rounds, starting with 1. Alright, first 325 rounds out of my Walther P22, testing the 2A Polymer Dynamics gun oil. So far, so good. No lockups, no issues. Alright guys, that's 650 rounds so far out of my Walther P22, 22 caliber. So far, 0 issues. I've had no lockups, no failures to feed. Thing just keeps right on rocking. Got another 325 to go. Alright guys. So far I've got the 650 rounds, 2 boxes of 325 in my Walther P22. Love the gun. 2A gun oil so far. Got no failures to feed, no issues. I'm going to put 2 magazines through it for fit and function. This is not for accuracy, which none of it has been. It's all just been firing it pretty much fast as I can. I'm really trying to test this oil as hard as I can. Let's see how we do. Let me back up. So far, beautiful. Dirty, still functioning. Alright guys, round here, Bragging Rights Precision Reloading. Alright, this is the last 10 rounds of our 975 round test with the 22 long rifle with my Walther P22. Testing the 2A gun oil, all polymer based. This gun has absolutely functioned flawlessly. So this is just going to be a fit and function, 10 rounds, fast as I can pull the trigger after all those rounds being put through it. There you go. That's about as good as it gets, guys. That's 975 rounds, and just thing keeps on rocking. This polymer gun oil is as good as it gets. This is after 975 rounds. We'll get it back to the house, get it on the gun bench. I got brass everywhere. Stuff is made in America, right down in Houston, Texas. You just can't beat the quality, can't beat the function. It just doesn't fail, doesn't dry up, doesn't let the carbon stick, just lets the slides keep working. Company's veteran owned. It's just as good as it gets. God bless. Hey guys, Randall here, Bragging Rights Precision Reloading. Alright, today I kind of torture tested the 2A gun oil again. Again, made by PolyDyn. They're out of Houston, Texas. 2A stands for Second Amendment. It's American made, veteran owned, and just doesn't get any better. It's a polymer based gun oil. It's just as good as it gets. There's no other gun oil out there that compares to it. That's because no other gun oil operates like it does with the virgin polymers. With that said, I put 3 boxes of Federal Target Grade Performance 22 long rifle through it today. 325 rounds each. So that's what, 975 rounds. A lot of reloading today. I had treated the firearm with the PolyDyn 2A gun oil yesterday, including I used it as a bore treatment, as you can do with this that you cannot do with a conventional gun oil. This has no flash point, no freeze point. You can use it for hunting during the winter, whatever you want to do. It doesn't get hot and run out either. It stays where you put it. Anyway, we're going to tear this thing down and see what it looks like. This is how I stopped it at the range. It's exactly where and how it stopped. Take off my GoPro mount. That'll work. That is one nasty gun inside, to say the least. Which it ought to be. 22 shoots dirtier than just about anything out there. The good thing is, I want you to see that the PolyDyn 2A gun oil, it didn't dry out. It's full of just grit. It'll carry that grit. It'll keep right on working. I mean, this firearm again, 975 rounds, and as you've seen in the video, they weren't easy. I mean, I fired it. I wasn't out there for target practice for precision. I was out there to see what the fit and function of this gun could do with this lubricant on it. It's still going as is. I want you to look at the inside of the slide. Everything's still good. Now, carbon, which is not a lot on this one, wipes right off what little bit there is. That's the cool thing, that many rounds, I mean the carbon that is in there, watch this, comes right out. I don't want to take any more than that out. In fact, I want to put a little bit back on that I just wiped off because I'm not finished with this firearm yet. This is just a tear down to show you guys how it works. That little bit, it's all it needs, all it ever had in the first place. So we're going to leave it alone. Only thing I do want to address is to show you guys the barrel, because I did use this as a bore treatment. Again, something you're not going to do with a conventional gun oil. Being that it's a 22, it might be a little bit fun for you to be able to see down that barrel. We'll see if we can get the camera angle correct. There we go. Now you're talking 25 rounds shy of 1,000 rounds been through this thing. Now, there's absolutely no leading, copper fouling, nothing in that barrel. I mean, right now when you look down it, it's just clean for the most part. Let's see if we can get a patch to go through it here. And I'll tell you what, 22 is just hard to get this kind of a patch to go through. You can see what little bit was in there. Not much considering. Let's do this another way here. Well, I'm not going to do it with that one. Look at that. It's tight. Try a different type of patch material here and see if we can do a little bit better. I want to get that all the way through there. This other material is just a little bit too thick. Alright, let's try again. There you have it. Look at that. That is 975 rounds of 22 ammo, which is some of the dirtiest shooting ammo out there. Let's see what we get on the second run. Wow. That's it. Let me see if I can get a good angle here. Look at that. Inside of that barrel looks like it's had 10 rounds through it. That's your polymer formula in the 2A. Virgin polymer, refined down to less than a half micron. Virgin polymer is the softest, so it lets it get in places that others can't. On a micro level, gets into the pores and imperfections of the metal inside that bore, and it's just like the liquid ball bearings on moving parts. Same thing with that bullet going through your barrel. I mean, if you're in competition, one thing you want is no leading and copper fouling in that barrel when you get up around the 200-300 round mark. That's with any firearm, and you certainly don't want your slides to fail. You don't want failures to feed. This thing worked religiously today. I'm proud of Walther as a company. I've always loved this firearm. I've had it a very long time. It's been extremely good too. But I'll tell you, I never could get past about 400 rounds with it without it locking up ever, until the PolyDyn came out with this gun oil and I started testing it. Needless to say, I believe in it so much, I now distribute it for them. Wonderful company. Again, American made, veteran owned. Just doesn't get any better, guys. lots of testimonials coming in besides my own. I mean, it's one thing that I distribute for the company. I know that casts doubts, but I'm hoping this video helps end a little bit of that. I've tested this stuff against everything that I know of. All the popular brands, types, CLPs. Just nothing compares to it. But again, I am not going to actually clean this firearm. This firearm's going back together just as it is. And I'm going to continue to fire this thing until I do have a failure point. And we're going to see how many rounds that is. I'm just going to start keeping track. I've got 975 through it as it is. Stay posted. I got a 9mm I'm doing the same thing with. Now it got cleaned after my video, but I'm going to video it every time I run drills with it and practice and do my usual thing with range days. This one's not even going to get cleaned. I'm going to do the same thing. Guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Order you some PolyDyn 2A Second Amendment gun oil. Several places to get it. Mighty Armory has started selling it on their website. They have some of the best dyes out there for decapping and swaging. In fact, they now use this on their dyes for the new dyes that they ship. It also works great on your reloading equipment. It's all I use on mine. I have no rust issues. I mean, it just keeps on rocking no matter what I use it on. You can also get it on Amazon. You can get it off the PolyDyn TX7 Facebook page. They have a store on there. You can get it off my site, yourpolydynguy.com. I sell it in 2 packs only. Dealers, retailers, you can contact me, and well, there's my contact information. I sell it by the case to retail outlets, gun shops, you know, the works. Call me up and we'll talk about prices by the case. It's a good seller. As far as manufacturers, Walther and any others, this is going to cut down your warranty rates. One of the #1 things that people send their guns back in for warranty is failures to feed. That is normally because you're using an inferior oil in the firearm, and it just locks up after so much time. You know, people should take a firearm out of the box and oil it themselves, but they usually don't. They get it out and they want to take it to the range and fire it. Guys that know better, now they'll pull it apart, do their thing. Others don't. Next thing you know, it's getting sent back for warranty, and all it needed was cleaned and properly oiled. This will cut down your warranty rates tremendously. Between that, the fact that it's just going to slow down the wear on moving parts. You can use it on the outside of the firearm. I don't care if it's the plastic, I don't care if it's melanite, I don't care if it's Cerakoted. It's going to help protect it. It's going to help protect it against holster wear because it gets a micro level of protection. It will not get on your clothes for concealed carry. It will not cake your holsters because you're going to put it on wet, let it sit, then you're going to wipe it off till it appears dry. Thing is, it's really not dry. You have that protection in there from that polymer. Alright guys, again, Bragging Rights Precision Reloading. Hope you have a blessed day. Thank you. Alright guys, I know you thought you were rid of me. There's one thing I forgot to do that I wanted to show you. Now again, this is after 975 rounds. I mean, do I need to say anything else? Alright, this time you're rid of me. God bless.